at the Navy Pier in downtown Chicago for the Chicago Match Race Center's Grade 2 Invitational. Been a very blustery day with all sorts of conditions, but we were able to finish round robin 1. There was a three-way tie for first place with 7 points, and on top was Canfield, then Jury, then Tiller. For fourth and fifth, a tie with 6 points, Sehested and Hardesty.
We had a lot of fantastic moments today in round robin 2. One of the best moments of the day was flight 1, match 2 between Bill Hardesty and Nicolai Sehested.
We got a penalty for, I think it was proper course. So it was the last beat to the finish line, so we had to get rid of that penalty before the finish line. So the first thing we did a flip-flop where we jibed the main and jibed it back right after to get the overlap back again. And that worked out pretty well, so we were able to loft him again. So we loft up Bill and he responds with no problems, and then he jibed behind us. He actually were able to get high enough to get a room for a jibe behind us. And then we jibed with him again to loft with a new attack. And that time we actually got the collision because he trying to get behind us one more time, but that didn't work out for him. So I was actually sitting with his bow in my hand and pushing him up. And then he got a penalty and we were off our own penalty. And then we sailed a bit further down and actually he got 2 more penalties before the finish line in like 1 minute. That was a pretty heated race.
So one of the things that's been kind of consistent has been the drama about which mark to go to at the top mark. And sometimes they're so wrapped up in doing circles, they don't know which one to go to by the time they get to the top mark. We've seen this over and over again. In Flight 2, Match 3, Tunnicliffe versus Wilson, that's exactly what happened. He stayed with his guns, went around the red one twice, and in fact it was the white one they were supposed to go to. The second time she went around, she just went around the red one with him. At the end, they let that race stand, and Tunnicliffe was over the finish line first. She wins.
In Flight 4, Match 2, we had another action-packed moment with Nicolai Sehested again in boat number 7 and Will Tiller in boat number 1.
And we got the right side in the end of the upwind and it actually paid off, so we were pretty close to him and got a sneak of him before the top mark. So we tacked under him to get room for the mark and actually succeeded in that one. So we lofted him at the mark first time and Yankee flagged it, but it was a green flag. And we lofted him again pretty hard the second time to get the collision to get a penalty, and it was a green flag because the umpires didn't see the penalty, and that was maybe that was good. I'm not sure if it was been a penalty on him or us for lofting too hard or him not keeping clear. So yeah, it was a green flag, and from then on we just went on with the race, and it was pretty close all the way through that race as well.
And at the end of day 2, Sehested and Tiller each have 3 wins, but we haven't completed Flight 4. Tomorrow we will pick up where we left off.
On behalf of Andy Gardner and myself, please tune in again tomorrow for more great racing from the end of Navy Pier in Chicago.